Ukraine will today hold a preliminary hearing in its first trial of a Russian commander charged with raping a Ukrainian mother during Russia's invasion, the first of what could be dozens of such cases. Romanov and another Russian soldier came to the family's home in a small village near Kyiv after dark on March 9 and shot dead the woman's husband Oleksiy, 33, at point-blank range in the front yard, according to court documents. Vladimir Putin's men and gang raped the victim's wife repeatedly before leaving the family home, only to return twice more to rape her again, the court files said. The identity of the second soldier has not yet been established. Natalia, 33, whose name has been changed, has described hearing footsteps in the house after hearing the gunshots that killed her husband and seeing the Russian commander, who identified himself as Romanov, and a younger soldier dressed in black. Natalia shouted to her 4-year-old son Oleksiy, whose name has also been changed, to stay hidden in the boiler room, where the family had been sheltering from the shelling in their home in the village of Bogdanka to the northeast of Kyiv. The mother told The Times the younger soldier pointed a gun to her head and spat, "You'd better shut up or I'll get your child," and show him his mother's brains spread around the house. Natalia was then raped over several hours by the two soldiers whilst a gun was pointed to her head, and she could hear her son sobbing in the boiler room. The younger soldier told me to take my clothes off. Then they both raped me, one after the other, Natalia told the newspaper. They didn't care that my son was in the boiler room crying. They told me to go shut him up and come back. All the time they held the gun to my head and taunted me, saying, "How do you think she sucks it? Shall we kill her or keep her alive?" After hours of the Russian soldiers taking it in turns to rape Natalia, the men left, but within 20 minutes they returned and raped her again. The soldiers came back to the family's home for a third time to rape Natalia, but this time they were so intoxicated that they were stumbling. They eventually fell asleep, giving Natalia time to run to her son, who was huddled inside the dark boiler room, and flee their home. While I was opening the gate, my son was standing next to his father's body, but it was dark and he did not understand it was his father, Natalia recalled. He said, "Will we get shot the same as this man here?" Natalia, who has since fled to the western Ukrainian city of Ternopil with her son, said the 4-year-old still does not know his father has died, and she can't bear to tell him just yet. The little boy still asks to buy donuts for his father when they go to the shops. Russia's defense ministry did not immediately respond to a written request for comment, and Reuters was unable to reach Romanov. Moscow has denied allegations of war crimes. It was not immediately clear what kind of legal representation Romanov would have at the trial, which will be held behind closed doors. A prosecutor working on sexual violence cases said that up to 50 such crimes were being investigated, but that the number of instances of sexual violence by Russian soldiers since February 24 was likely to be substantially higher. Officials, activists and doctors have said that many survivors are afraid or unwilling to come forward to the police and prosecutors with their cases, for fear of reprisals from Russia and stigma from their Ukrainian neighbors. A spokesperson for the Prosecutor General's office said that a prosecutor might comment about the trial publicly after Thursday's hearing. Ukraine says it is investigating thousands of potential war crimes committed during the Russian invasion, which began on February 24. Prosecutor General Irina Venediktova told Reuters that many of the suspects are in Russia but that some have been taken captive by Ukraine as prisoners of war.